Hello and welcome to the Liberia TV network. Today we are here in Rehefi, district number 17. District number 17 is the second largest within Monrovia County, and we are here having the view of young people and also adults with regards to trading national issues and district concern. So I'm here with one of the adults, advisors. He will better introduce himself to us before we move forward. So good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, how are you?
Can you kind of introduce yourself to us?
My name is Promo William Docker, and I live in District 17, specifically Virginia Waterside community. Currently, I'm the senior advisor to the Nelson Mandela Intellectual Forum, and I'm happy to talk to you this afternoon.
Where is the Nelson Mandela Intellectual Forum located?
The Nelson Mandela Intellectual Forum is located right on the Rehefi field, right over the Hotel Africa Bridge. When you cross the St. Paul Bridge, the next overhead bridge, right on top of it is the Nelson Mandela Intellectual.
So recently we went into the general election, and district number 17 being one of the household spots for the general election. What's your take with regards to the representative elect?
Well, DJ Banana Blue is currently our representative elect, and he's going to be taking his seat. That is confirmed by the National Election Commission. But honestly speaking, I do not know the strength of DJ Blue, although he contested in the senatorial elections before coming to the district, senatorial election for Monrovia, before coming to the district, and he came second. So I believe that there where his strength came from to have won the district elections with a 12,000 plus vote margin. And the second was the Abraham Kalisi system, that which I supported very well. But unfortunately, we could not win the election.
So what do you hope from Mr. Bernard?
Well, what we all hope for is how best he can unify. Because if you watch the election results between George Monrovia and that of Ambassador Joseph Yumambwaka, you observe that the country is divided. All right, for a winning president to have a different almost 22,000 votes, that's to tell you that our country is divided. All right, that was a competitive election that we ever had in Liberia, but I think it was prudent, it was important enough for President George Weah to have conceded a defeat, and that alone, I respect him for that. That alone, I praise him for that. That alone, I have a high regard for him. If we had left our African leaders, today, Liberia would have been in chaos. Because the election would have entered into violence, a lot of things would have happened. But we are grateful that he's a humanitarian, that he has served in many capacities in serving humanity, to have seen reason to accept the defeat.
So there have been numerous of trending national issues as well. What's your take with regards to Frank Musa Dane's nomination at the Supreme Court bar by the president?
Well, I think the president has the right to nominate whosoever he wishes. But when he goes for the confirmation, it's left with the people. So when you are nominated by the president, it's left with those who should be confirming you to start probing. Who is this guy? Who is he? Can we accept him? So the public will start to give their view. But for me, I don't really want to speak about Musa Dane, because I love to speak about personality that I know, because I'm not really following him. I know that he was nominated to be part of the associate judges at the Supreme Court bar. But those who are surrounding those kind of people, they should be the rightful people to at least to provide a lot of information, so that at least they'll be able to get some point before he go to confirmation. But I'm told that the confirmation is being postponed.
So we also hearing the speculation with regards to Mr. Samuel Wolokole appointment at LRA. So if you were to provide a synopsis, your thought about that, what could you actually say to the audience?
I'm not too sure Samuel Wolokole could be the best for the Liberia.
Why?
And let's look at his background. Let's look at where he comes from. Let's look at the past records. All right? For for the president-elect to announce to the Liberian people that Samora Rupali should head the Liberia Revenue Authority. And I will tell you clearly.
No, not the president-elect, but I think President George Monrovia of recent, due to Mr. Doe's death.
And I know that Mr. Doe now died. But I believe that he will be rejected.
Why? On what basis?
They will reject it they will want, I think Parliament will want the president-elect to nominate somebody for that position. Take my word, they want to reject it.
But Mr. Samuel Wolokole is from the financial background. He served as principal deputy to number 2, and I think he has all of these credentials.
I believe he has all of those credentials. When he we agree that the president-elect has talked about the government of inclusion. We agree, but he will not be the right choice. That's just my opinion about it. He's not going to be the right choice for the position. Don't be very frank. I know that it's a tenured position, but I'm not too sure. I'm possibly sure that they'll reject it.
My name is Gregory Chia. I'm a classroom teacher.
Wow, that's nice. So you guys are those that are actually educating people around here. So recently we went into the national election, and district number 17 elected Mr. Banan Blue. So what's your take about his administration?
Well, the administration has not started, and for me, I'm not expecting any change.
Why you say so?
The representative aspirants of District 17 have not served us properly, and the fact that I did not vote for DJ Blue, not because he's not qualified, but he's not a resident of this place, so I don't think the governance will change.
But he has already been elected, so what do you hope to actually get from him?
I don't have a choice. I accept that he's elected, and that's what I said. I do not expect much change. It's going to be, as usual. First, from where he comes, there's a man who ran against the CDC as a senator. He lost. Then he ride on the popularity of restitution, dish out money in this place, and got elected. When he's actually in Sinko, he's not resident yet. So just as Hansan Kezulu left us, I expect in the soonest of time after induction into the legislature, he'll go back to where he resides. So that's what I say. I don't expect anything.
So you are simply trying to say that Banan Blue doesn't actually live in the district?
It's an open secret. Probably you are not a resident of District 17, so you don't know. But he's not a resident. What prompted citizens to actually go for him? And I know very well that citizens' decision cannot be things that they themselves investigate. That is even on the national scene. So, he is elected. Congratulations to him. But I don't expect any change.
So recently the U.S. government came out with a sanction list. Would you love to actually provide your opinion on those sanctions government officials?
My problem with the sanctioned government officials are those who were sanctioned and elected. That is the paradox about things. While others are telling us and educating us, those who are responsible for the poverty we are in, Liberian people themselves electing. There are many sanctioned people. The Protein, but electing Bill Tuawe and McGee is a point that we Liberians don't even know exactly what we want.
But they have already been elected, and if you were to provide a recommendation to the national government as to things to be done, what could you actually recommend?
Take their seat as they did Samoka. They do not have to take their seat as Samoka was done too. So, now they are being elected, they have been certificated, they may take their seat come January.
But the U.S. government hasn't provided any evidence towards the sanction. So
I don't want to dwell too much on the sanction. If your government have the capacity to prosecute it, because if they have the will to prosecute, it's been more than 6 months, they would have asked for the evidence. But to show that they themselves don't have interest in it, you know that the ruling party even placed these two guys on their ticket to run. Are they serious? No. And that's why, in fact, citizens think that it is a joke. Maybe that's why they elected those guys. So, I mean, to my pleasing, it is good that we are now continuing with the CDC government. That we are going to have a new, crop of people who, in my opinion, based on what they are saying, might bring good things to us.
So why are you pleased that the CDC government is no longer in existence? Why are you so pleased about that?
I've been a volunteer teacher. CDC is now employing volunteer teachers. Yet, I hope we had some time to talk about education alone. That I would have gone back to 6 years of volunteering in Monrovia. So imagine what it is outside Monrovia. In Monrovia that holds a seat of government. We are so many volunteer teachers. Do they mean well? No. So I mean it's proper. For me as a volunteer teacher, it is my hope that a new government coming in will at least think about those of us who have been in the classroom volunteering. Even if compensation can come before you place people on payroll for the number of years we've been working, at least you tell us thank you. That will be a sound encouragement.
Well, I'm Mr. James Dwyer Jr., commonly known as Rescue Dwyer.
Rescue Dwyer?
Yeah.
So it means that you are a UP partisan?
I'm a full UP partisan.
Wow. So I think your government or your party has won, right? And then what do you actually anticipate from the JMB and JKK government comes 2024?
Well, for me, I think Liberians in totality will get much out of the ambassador and that of the Honorable Vice President-elect. Because over the years, you see, one thing I always tell people, if a man tells you that I will take you to America, look at the shoes on his feet. Because when the president-elect was the city vice president, there were some efforts made which today Liberians are benefiting from. And we who propagated the idea when he came to power were some of those ideologies that we saw and know that if he's given the authority to become president, I mean, there will be much for Liberians. Though we should not expect too much too soon because of what the previous, the outgoing government has left. But in the same token, we are optimistic that the president-elect will perform once he's sworn in together with his vice president.
You are saying that citizens should not actually expect everything too soon. And during the campaign, there were messages passed over that they are yet to rescue. And now you are saying that people should not expect too much, or people should not expect anything soon. People should manage their expectation. Why?
Yeah, because you see, there is no government that will say, I come to power, that we say, I will carry on 100% of all expectations of every citizen. No. What is mostly needed is the priorities. There are some areas that are affected greatly in our society that should be prioritized.
And what are some of those areas if you are to name them?
Good. Like the president-elect, when he was on his campaign tour, he said to Liberians, one of his messages preached was, he's going to make sure that in his first 100 days, there'll be no car stuck in the mud. That doesn't mean that he's going to pave the road with alpha pavement, no.